And today I'm going to show you how to make a background for your mermaid scene, your merperson scene. So this is the finished example that I made with my summer camp kids this summer, and I'm going to take you through making the background in this video. And in the next video I'll show you how to put your pieces together. So I'm going to just take this one out of the way and put my white paper down. All right. So we're looking for a wavy, fun background with this project. So I am giving everyone these colors. So there's most likely a shared tray in between. All right. And with this technique, I'm not going to have water for students to change the color on the brushes. We're going to use a dirty brush technique, which I know sounds crazy, but we're going to try it out, see how it goes. I think it's going to go great. So first things first, I am going to start creating some waves, and I think we're going to start with some blue on the bottom. Now the beauty is I can mix in other colors, so I think I'm going to actually mix some white in with this blue here, and I'm going to play.
And
I'm trying to make it look like a deep sea merperson, so this is like the deepest part of the ocean, I would say. And I'm just mixing in some white. All right, and I think I'm ready for my next layer. So I think for my next layer I'm going to do blue, light blue I should say, and I think we're going to mix a little bit of green in with this one. So I'm going to go right up to the line where the two colors meet, and I'm going to make sure I paint over that because that's important. That's going to help everything blend really nice. All right. And any areas that I didn't totally get before, I'm going to just kind of brush over to make everything look nice and neat. And now I think I'm actually going to mix a little bit of green in there with my dirty brush. So a little bit goes a long way. And I'm just having fun with this, really. Just kind of blending colors. I think I'll put a little bit of green in this area from before. So it's just all about being playful in this step. Maybe I'll mix a little bit more blue in with this part. I'm going for kind of like an aqua teal. I'm going back here really quick because I do want to see the separation between the two areas. That's important to me. All right. Not that you have to do all the same things I'm doing. I'm just kind of giving you guys some ideas. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to go back to dark blue. And I like these bands of different colors to portray the bottom of the ocean. And this is just my preference, and if you want to do it a different way you can, but the point is I want you to play around mixing, blending colors using this dirty brush technique and creating the bottom of your ocean. Okay, so there's another band. Maybe I'll mix a little bit of green in. Let's see what happens. It doesn't have to be like a pattern. You don't have to be that literal about it, where it makes like a actual pattern. So that was an accident just now, but I'm going to find a way to incorporate it because my students know if you mess it up, you dress it up. So you're just going to find a way to incorporate that so-called mess up. I really don't believe in mess ups. I believe that they happen for a reason when they happen. So just go along with it. So I'm starting to get towards the top of the ocean, and I want to create some ocean waves soon. So it's almost like my mermaid's kind of like half in the ocean, half out. Just a really playful, unrealistic scene. I'm going to add a little bit of white in with this one. Okay. I'm just being as playful as I can. Just really getting into the color blending here. And it's your picture, so you do it your way. I'll do mine. So now I'm going to create the top of the ocean. And I already have this blue on my brush here. So I think I'm going to do, remember we're using a dirty brush. I'm literally going to scoop into white. You see I scooped into white. There's blue on my brush from before, and it's going to create a light blue, but it's going to be different from this light blue. Do you see how it's different? Because I used that dark blue on my brush before. So it's going to be slightly different, and I want it to look different than this color. I might have to play around with it to make it a little bit lighter so you can really see the difference between the two colors. So it's just kind of like all different blues in your ocean. We're going to have a lot of fun with this project in the next few weeks. So today is just our background painting, but we might get to cut out our picture of ourselves today too. We'll see if time allows, but that's all coming. And I'm going to be using paint markers to draw out some of the different things in the background, like jellyfish, I should say under the sea, like jellyfish and things like that. So, you know, while you're doing this, you might be thinking of things to include in your background. And you're thinking about how you're going to make your picture different and kind of stand out from your friends. Okay? And there's no wrong in art. If you're really inspired by something that someone else does, that's fine. You should use it. But you probably will want to make it your own somehow. So you're going to want to still have elements that make your project look unique and stand out a bit from your friends. I'm going to add a little bit of green just over here. Feeling this green. It's so pretty, isn't it? All right, so it's bands of different colors. All right, and I'm not going to leave the top like this. I'm still going to use my brush dirty. All right, I haven't cleaned it, but I'm going to dip into white, and I'm going to take a giant scoop. So my giant scoop. And now I'm going to create my sky. And it's got a little bit of green on it. I say just go with it. Whatever color kind of comes out here, just run with it, go with it. Don't think too much and just have fun. Because in art, we're kind of setting our brain free for the time being. We think all day long, don't we? So it's nice to give your brain a break. You don't have to think about too much in here. You're just more getting into the rhythm and the flow and just letting your hands take over. And there's a few more things I'm going to show you with this. So I'm just completing, kind of finishing getting all my areas covered and blended out as much as my heart desires to play. If it's not blending well, it could be that it dried before you got to blend it. And sometimes that happens. So what you could do, if that happens to you, just reapply some paint. Okay. Wow, I really love how this looks. I'm happy with it. All right, I'm not done yet though. So I still have all these colors, and I have tubes just like this for you guys. And what we're going to do is create some bubbles around the picture with your different colors that you still have here. So we're at the end. Okay, don't worry if you mix the paints a little bit here. Once you kind of get to this step, your table mates should all kind of be done before we all get to this part too, because these colors are going to get mixed up in about a second. I don't want anyone to get upset about it. These are shared colors. But anyway, I dipped in the blue here. And what I'm going to do is create like a bubble chain. And I could also do dark blue. Let's say I want some of my bubbles to be dark blue. Have fun. The idea is that you have fun here. You'll put as many or as few bubbles as you want. It could be that this is part of the ocean as well. Maybe this is like a top layer. I just want you guys to have fun and get into this step and make it, make it unique, make it your own. So if you want to go for the bubble chain, basically they're layered, you see. And again, put as many as few as you like. You can have some be white. White's a good color to use as well. All right. So at this point, I feel I'm just about done. You don't want to go too crazy, probably. Oh, look at that. That was fun. I don't know what just happened there. It was like a bubble little, happened when I pressed it down. Anyway, little fun things like that will happen. If you're not thrilled with how a color comes out, you can change it by putting your tube right on top and giving it like a little twist. But honestly, I say go with the flow with this. Flow, ha ha ha, because we're talking about the water. And just remember, we're going to be drawing in a lot of things right on top of a lot of this. So if you're not thrilled with the way some of these bubbles came out, you can actually like color right on top of them next week when we get into our paint marker phase. Okay, so this is where I'm going to end the video, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.